on the Surf Syndicate armrests for the older 90s Toyotas here. My original issue was having these things stay permanently mounted to the door. I've actually seen some reels of people using Velcro, and they're Velcroing them to the doors, which of course, if they need to be removed, would leave just a big patch of Velcro here. Instead, I opted for magnets, like I was saying in my original review video. These are 40-pound magnets. They advertise as 110, but they're strong, but they're not 110 pounds. And I adjusted this just a little bit further out to compensate for the extra thickness of the magnets. This is the built-in magnet. Whoops. This is the built-in magnet that would be used if you had a Land Cruiser, because they have metal on the top portion of their doors. There it is. So I decided to get these extra magnets, not only as a spacer, but to increase the strength of it, or at least make the last magnet on the outside be the strongest one. And they're just all put into place. This is cell phone magnet mounts that I just bent a little bit and kind of lapped over the door. And these are the marks of having this sit on here for the last month and a half. So prepare for permanent door damage here. Just the weight of having your arm on it's going to lean into it there. So with things being on, this is just how you put it on. Kind of hard to do it while I'm on a hill. The door keeps wanting to shut on me. Alrighty. So now it doesn't wobble as much, like you're just hearing the lock actually. And when it comes to off-roading, it's not loud and jangly anymore. And of course it's still going to move. And what I enjoy about the magnets is that I can freely slide it and it still be attached. And it feels like there's probably maybe 10 to 15 pounds of force needed. Yeah, maybe more. Maybe 15 to 20 pounds maybe of force needed to lift them up from here. So I can still take them off if I'm getting too crowded in here, if I'm wearing bulky snow gear and need some more room. I can easily just pop them off without the Velcro adhesive ripping off, or without the adhesive permanently damaging the door here if that decides to tear off. I have since decided to just deal with the entire cramps area, T-Rex hands to turn on, and honestly I've just been going under. You can still high beam and use your blinkers, but turning on fog lights or headlights is either on top or underneath, and I just kind of dealing with it. Decided to move this back just enough to have the clearance here for my scan gauge, which cramps the hand, so I'm just kind of dealing with that. And I can't scoot it back as far as I want. My armpit still falls in here, but it's not painful anymore without it completely blocking the switch. So this is kind of like the compromised position here, while this side is perfectly where it should be, where your armpit's going to be resting, right where the surf symbol is there. Overall though, I feel like I have just taken these from a 5 out of 10 to a 8.5 out of 10, and maybe even a 9 out of 10. If there was incredibly strong magnets, then it would be perfect, and this little issue here with the double-sided tape probably wouldn't even be a gripe. I would just go get some tape. But right now, because I'm having issues getting this thing more permanently mounted, not to mention that because of its design, it's just hanging off the door card. So it's only as strong as the top of your 25-year-old door cards are. But right now it's like from a 5 to an 8, adding some tape in there will make it a 9 out of 10 in my opinion. The only reason why it's not a 10 out of 10 is because of the flexibility of this and the fact that it's just not a well thought out mounting position. I just kind of decided to just band-aid it with magnets here. But anyways, that's the follow-up for the update here.